Namaste, everyone. So, welcome, Akasha here, Nan Akasha from nanakasha.com, and I'm extremely happy to be here together with you in this very momentous occasion. Hi, Sylvia, as Sylvia said already in the chat. And we are in a life-changing moment. We have them more often than most people realize. And yet we are reaching a level of consciousness where you're seeing this spoken about all across the planet. And some people are turning it into fear and doom and gloom and trying to sell you something to protect yourself, or who knows what the story is. And many of us are here saying, let's hold hands, let's gather in circle. It's time to be a true family again, a true circle again. So I'm very excited to be here with you right now, because what's happening is not only never happened ever, because time really isn't linear, but we get to live in a time-space continuum, a linear structure, because it helps us to experience things a certain way. We're getting ready to go through, or we have been going through, this portal, this doorway that we call the eclipse. So it is April 8th of 2024, and it's the year of the dragon. All of the things we've been talking about. What does the year of the dragon mean? Well, we want to look at the energy, everything. Go underneath it, go behind it, go above it, go within it. Whatever way you sense, whatever way you feel, that ability to connect to a deeper or higher level of truth. When you live in the story, it's fine for being in a movie, reading a book, and living your day-to-day life. And you have to walk alongside of yourself in rhythm with your spiritual nature, your purpose, your powers, your truth, your past, all the other lives in your soul, past lives, if you want to call it, have all had their experiences too. And now you're all at a certain point right here. And you all have shared fears, you have shared wounds, you have shared storylines. And it may not look like it. Oh, I was a little girl in medieval times who was this daughter of a king and was pampered and beautiful and revered and, taken care of, and lived in a castle. But all I wanted to do was to be free. And I was given, this isn't me, this is an actual client, given free reign of the gardens. And as long as I was very young, all of the psychic stuff, all of the crazy, amazing stuff, like being able to talk to the earth and to the plants and to the trees and to the sky and to the, energies of all dimensions or different realms, whatever you connect to. You don't have to connect to all of them. Please don't try. You want it to unfold in the way that is optimal for you. So what you're doing right now is one of those things where it's a scheduled quantum leap. We have been going through this. Life is the sacred serpent. It goes up and down. That cycle of life. Okay, I've lived places, and I do live places where things don't die. And yet my coconut trees still go through a big shedding. And suddenly it's just a whole bunch of their branches turn brown, but it's not because it's cold. It's just because it's the cycle. Maybe you live somewhere where it gets cold. Disculpe. And it's getting warm now, or vice versa. What we observe every day, night, it's a cycle. The moon moves very fast compared to anything else. All of the energies are lined up today, right? So we're going through a portal that's not just like, oh, it's a full moon. That's got specific energies. It's a wonderful time to come, to celebrate, to have a little party, to see what your harvest you're going to reap from all your hard work, to sit in the illumination, and so on and so forth. All the other wonderful things of the full moon. energies. This is a new moon. A new moon has very specific energies. It's dark. We don't see it. That's why we call it new. That means it's in the womb. It is in the sacral. It is in the sacred space. It is in your creative space. And whether you're a woman or a man, whether you've had children and you can or can't or don't want them, I don't care. This is not about physical children, so don't worry. When I first got into this work, I used to be like, no, I don't want any more children. You know, you get a card about fertility and they're like, no, this is fertility of the creative energy that you're supposed to use. Most of it, right, is for creating who you are. This is a moment we get to start creating who we are at a level we've never experienced and we don't know. So one of the most important things, as we've been talking about for weeks, and please take a look at all the other eclipse videos we have, ones I've done, ones my master astrologer, Donna, has done for us. And because every step in 2 hours from now, in a few minutes from now, we're going to start being able to see a little bit of the eclipse where I live. We've got a 52%, whatever it's called, coverage, I think it's called. So my beloved has it on my calendar, and my phone just popped up and said partial eclipse at 11:20 to 1:50. So I'm doing this with you to bring my whole heart chakra is just pounding, to bring the energy of the eclipse, the moment. And this is just the peak. We've been feeling it. I've been feeling it for 6 weeks or more. If you're sensitive, you know you have. You know that it relates to last year's eclipses, and it's going to relate to October's eclipses, and it's going to relate to next year's the eclipses in March, April. So what we're doing is a pattern, and we're unraveling and we're creating. And here's what you're doing. You're unraveling by leaving this room that you've been living in, that identity, that perception, that way of thinking about yourself. If you've been living under the control of your conditioned mind and you're realizing that your family beliefs, it is not their fault, do not blame them, get them out of it. Every time you have anyone else in your sphere that you are blaming for any reason whatsoever, okay, you are now giving your power away. I don't want you to give your power away. I want you to take your power back. That's the whole point. What do we have a breakdown for? And thank you for all the incredible, incredibly beautiful and supportive messages. Oh, it's 11:11. Okay, I just got chills. 11. So, oh, my beautiful honey bunny. I gotta, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll show you what's on my phone for 11:11. It's my Eshell. It's my little baby kitty, who's named for the goddess Eshell, who's named for my house, who's the moon goddess. So we always talk to her on the new moon anyway. So we're doing new moon stuff. New moon stuff is going into the womb. What do you do in a womb? You plant a seed. What happens to a seed in the dark? Is it tortured in hell? No, it's nurtured and loved. So I was asked to start our call with the rose quartz, all over my crown. And now my head has just said enough of that. And I want to share that for you so you can maybe, here you go, put your head in here. Now remember, crowns were invented not just for looking pretty, although don't we look so pretty in them? I'm such a fairy girl. I'm planning this Avalon retreat in Glastonbury in September, October, and it's just absolutely become the fairy magic of my life. Remembering all my goddess days, remembering all my British days, remembering all my fairies, and just bringing, not that I forgot it, but the beginning of it is now somehow this is the ending of that, and I'm becoming something new, like going through initiation of some kind. Here you go. And so crowns like this is this rose quartz, okay? And everything else is like glass beads and just prettiness and everything, and some copper. And it's bringing this particular thing, right, is bringing energy in and out. These are pillars of light that are filled with the vibration of love. So, oh, I am a clear and open channel for this day. And now it is, whew, that's intense stuff too when you have that on. We have that. Now we're going to open space here in a minute because I've already done that, of course, and I've already been to the beach and been cleansing. Well, let's just say for many weeks now, but I was up at 3, I guess 3 or something, went out and was talking to the stars and to the ocean and watched the sunset, which was quite exquisite. And I think I put it in the email today, so make sure that you get the emails because I like to share my pictures, which are filled with the frequency of what's happening. So these are feathers, pheasant feathers that were gifted to me during our sacred Mayan ceremony in the retreat that we just completed. And it's, I think, I didn't realize, I think it's become something that my dear friends do, my Aztec and Mayan friends that I met doing ceremony when I first moved here to Maya land, and then started to find out how to hire them privately for my retreats, and then created relationships with each of them as they grew and went off in their own directions. I now have all of these different unique healers, ceremonialists, beautiful friends, and they are so kind during the ceremony. They a year ago was, if you've been around, was one of the most profound jaguar medicine initiations I've had. When we went to the temple, he said that the jaguar skull, which was gifted to him by the Maya in a very sacred way, called to come, and he had me hold it and speak to it, download it, and channel it for the ceremony. So we came to the center of the circle while they were doing their dancing and their drumming and all the other things that they did. They said that it was time that we are all one, that we are all a part of the ceremony. We're not watching the ceremony. So I want to do that with you today. And this was the gift I received this time. I didn't get to keep the jaguar skull, by the way. However, in December, they gifted us each with a piece of jaguar pelt. And again, this is sacred shamanic healing tools, not anybody killing. I'm a huge, not going to go down that one, animal lover. So these are pheasant feathers that were in the ceremony, and it makes them even more powerful. So they're from the ones that they make their ceremony from. And then they were in the ceremony and they were with us on the altar through the equinox. And this was on the equinox just a few weeks ago. So this is one of the energies that's coming for you. And you can tune into this. Of course, you know that feathers, and we're talking about these things because when you're in a portal, when you're going through an initiation, when you're going on a vision quest, when you're here, okay? You're here, you're alive, you're on a quest. That's just the way it is, okay? So these represent spirit, okay? You might consider it your wings, all right? But these are the winged ones, and they always come on the retreats. They're singing, and we're seeing rare birds. We had a tohoku bird, we call it. Beautiful, gorgeous, iridescent green blue with this long tail, very unique tail. And we hear them almost always when we go to the cenotes. They're called the guardians of the cenotes. And then this time we went to so many cenotes. These are the underground caves with the water where we do our rebirthing. Oh, and it was, and they're gorgeous. So we're going through the jungle in this beautiful place that back to the ceremony cenote. And suddenly we see one of these birds and it flies across our path and it just sits there in a tree, and they don't do that. And it sat there for like 20 minutes, just right there. We were taking pictures and talking and looking and then communicating with it. And then another one flew, and they kept doing this, leading us up the path. I knew where we were going, but they literally were guiding us on the path and all the way to the edge. And then they were in the cave as I was leading the ceremony, the shamanic journey, the activation. It's breathtaking to do this kind of work in these sacred places. That's why I go to Greece. I'm going to the UK. I'm going to the sacred circles and the sacred wells, all this stuff, because it's outer limits what you can do and feel and sense. And it prepares you for these kinds of cosmic moments that wherever you are is always perfect. So be in the moment where you are. Well, this will take you back to spirit. This will bring you back to your crown, your 1,000-petaled lotus. This will become the plumed serpent. Everything does this. This is why the serpent is considered a god. And plumed means that you shed, you go through the ups and downs of life. That's why you came here. You came down as the sun, and you grew as the corn, and you became the sweetness of the sun in your own unique way. And you're here to live and create your reality. And then you rise back up through your chakras, through your pains, through your wounds. And Chiron is here too. And Chiron's called the wounded healer. But as Donna shared with us very beautifully in the show we just did, Chiron is a father and a teacher, a father in the sense of coming in as a foster father, as an adoptive father, as someone who steps into your life at just the right moment, or a mentor, or a guide, or a magical guide. And he's the wounded one that was, whose journey, whose soul's path was so difficult that even the gods, quote unquote, okay, couldn't heal his wounds. And so instead of dragging his wounds with him the rest of his life, oh, I have to suffer, poor me, why me, I'm stuck in this life. This is what we're getting, a bridge. He's taking us on a bridge. So if you've been sensitive, if you've been falling apart, like my mastermind, my classes, if you've been really in this, if you're feeling it, you're meant to go deep. You're meant to sink into that well. You're being guided, you're being supported. Mercury's in retrograde. That's the messenger. How do your messages come? How does your intuition come? Okay, it's coming from going within, being reflective, being reviewing, renewing, releasing, remembering, letting go of something that you keep rethinking and recreating and feeling stuck by, because you're the only person. You can bring in the feathers, you can bring in the wings, you can bring in the pheasant medicine. Everything is medicine, meaning it has an essence just like you. What is here to support you? How do you want to go through this eclipse? It is 11:21. We have here begun the partial, my solar plexus is shaking like this now. My heart's still very, very heavy, but in a like getting ready way. I want you to acknowledge how you're feeling, and I want you to do it in a way that's respectful, that you're watching a master be born. Okay? We are masters being reborn. This is the time of resurrection and rebirth. This is the time of shedding. Whatever comes up, it is an honor. Accept it for however long you need. Release it into the sacred vortex. There is these sacred energies here. This is what your light body looks like. This is what your light body looks like from above. Right here. This is the tube torus, the never-ending spiral, bringing energy down through you. Right down there in the center. Om. What's Om? Om is the beginning of all things. Om is all things. That's what's pouring through you right now, every minute of every day. This sacred flower that we see from this perspective has many perspectives, but it is the truth that you are never alone, that you are constantly fed, that you have to remember in order for your powers to be released. For your powers to be released, you must be willing to let go as you walk through these important moments. All right. And it's important to know that you're walking through the eclipse and not to expect that 5 minutes later, everything's going to be perfect and maybe something amazing will happen. I don't know when. That's another one of our big blocks and causes of suffering. The pheasants are very wise, and the wings of Isis, the wings of angels, the wings of fairy type realm, right? The wings of victory, Nike. We have a strong connection to the idea of wings, and wings represent freedom. And one of the things that is happening now is the freedom for the sacred feminine to be honored, respected, revered, accepted. And that means you have a chance right now to lay down the heavy, heavy wool, wet coat that we've all been carrying of fear, shame, and blame, all the way back to being burned at the stake, to being laughed at, to being told you're silly and stupid and you have no value, to you can't have what you want, all the way to being beheaded, disowned, ridiculed. There's deep fear in the planet. There's deep fear in the body. There's deep fear in the heart. There's deep fear in all levels of the light body. And that is being asked for right now, that this deep fear be released. And these sacred feathers come from the equinox. They come from a sacred space where we honored all of our ancestors, all of our brothers and spirits of the animal. The jaguar was there, the bat, the eagle, the owl, the alligator. There were so many in form, in costume, in some way, and then gathering with us. We are all moving through this portal. It is not just you. It's not just your family. It's not just your business or your income. It's not just your health. And it's not just the things that you're aware of and you care about. This is an opportunity to shed your prejudice. Perhaps you don't realize you still are. There are parts of you that are very prejudiced, and prejudice brings separation and fear, and is making you prejudiced towards yourself. And this is an opportunity to shed the prejudice towards yourself, known and unknown, seen and unseen, through into the hidden realms. One of the reasons the sacred feminine must be respected is that the wealth that everyone will have, the prosperity, which means the environment of love and support, the environment of freedom of expression, the environment of access to healthy food, healthy air, healthy environments, the access to spiritual communities, the access to the inner voice. We're still in a time when the heaviness of the fear is there. People still say, "Oh, are you a witch?" Like there's something evil. Witches were never an evil thing. The devil is the Christian creation. So you have to put things in context. You can have certain energies that you love and that serve you well. But if they are about judging another, they're not the right ones to bring through this eclipse, because it means then you're judging yourself. And then there's a part of yourself that's cut off. And that part is not just cut off from life force. It's not just cut off from the sun. It's not just cut off from being a part of the co-creator of your life. It's not just cut you off from the power that that part holds, but it's being heaped with shame and fear and locked away in some form in the mind, in the emotional field, in the aura, in the cells, and all through the light body in some way. When we activate our light body, we see it as a sphere of light, just like this. This is a view from above. I don't have it today, but I will show you another time that this spirals and comes around and down and then spirals down through the center of you. So this is what's above you and below you. And each of these things that looks like a beautiful flower petal, if you follow it from here, it's a line that goes into the center. And the next one goes into the center. And they're perfectly aligned and perfectly in harmony. And they all are coming up and spiraling and going down into the center. And this is what your light body is doing. It is going up and around you. Every stream of light that is a cord of light, that is a cord in your crystalline DNA, that you're awakening new strands. There's 24, but there's way more than that. That's the crystalline one that a lot of people are focused on, which is really lovely. We're interested in what part of your multidimensional DNA, because you have DNA in your aura, in your emotional field, you have DNA in every level of your light body, and you have DNA in those levels of you, like your higher self, because it's a part of you, and in your I am presence, because it is a part of you. And you are a part of Gaia, so you heal Gaia by healing yourself, by loving yourself, by not being prejudiced against yourself and your nose and your body and your this. And if you think that something should have changed about you, or you should have been different, or if you had been richer, taller, smarter, shorter, thinner, whatever, luckier, XYZ, your life would have been better. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. That's the truth. You're here right now, and that's what matters. So the portal is an opportunity to shed, to walk through like a goddess, like a god, like a eagle, like a whatever you want, like to just soar through this, peeling away, letting it just fall away like a long cloak, and let it drape off of you. And there's no effort, there's no hate. You just walk out of it and it slips off of you. All right, this is what you're going to do during our magical journey today. So we're in the eclipse right now. It's 11:30 here. I'm on Central Standard Time, which is Mountain Daylight Time, just to confuse you in case you're tracking this. Hi, Brittany. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Sherry. Sherry. Hi, Lisa Cat. I saw an eagle, a chickadee, and a hawk today. Wow. I didn't go for a walk this morning. I was up most of the night. Hi, Marnie. Hi, Josie. Oh, hi, beautiful. Hi, Maureen. Beautiful sunrise. It was such a beautiful sunrise. Hi, Denise. Hi, Cody. Hi, Lucille and Kim and Susan. Hey, cool. Susan. I'm so excited for this portal. I'm so excited to be together. Hi, Sylvia, again. So I can't see you unless you say hi. If you want to say hi. Okay, so let me just tune in. I have my own crystals under the computer, which is the altar that I'm transmitting from. So I've kept the one feather. If you have feathers and they're calling you, bring them near you or connect to them. I have a citrine. I have a very natural hunk of citrine with part of Gaia, and of course has many other elementals in there, but this is bringing the crystal kingdom. Primarily, I like citrine for the clarity. It does not lower its vibration for anyone. There's a wise thing to be willing to accept now. Where are you overgiving? Where have you been believing, and maybe you haven't realized it? Maybe it's been buried so deep and now it's slapping you in the face. I've got my obsidian here. I've got my obsidian here. I have my obsidian in my bed. I have my obsidian here. Are you getting the theme? I've got my obsidian here and many other places. And today I have this obsidian is Ishel, and she's the goddess of my house, the moon, rainbow, woman, fertility, medicine goddess. And she's very, very dear to me. It's the name of my cat. So these are what we watch the eclipse with. You can look at the sun through them. Yes, believe it or not. It's what they were originally made for. And I'm very excited because this one was at I bring and find these when they feel right. This is the energy. I bring them and sell them to people who come to the retreat. So, hello, some of you have yours, and these are ones that nobody took. I had many, and so these are mine now, and they've been through all of our ceremonies. So I have blessed sacred obsidian now on my body, on my heart chakra, on my throat here, everything. They are also protecting. They're pulling out darkness of my own and fear as it comes up. And Ishel is doing and working her particular magic of energy. So what is it you're wearing? Normally I have my jaguar on, and then I've been wearing a smaller Ishel since the retreat. And these are the ones that asked today to be on me. And this is Kuku Khan. This is the feathered serpent. So the feathered serpent is the divine guide back to your truth, to your feathers, to your spirit, to remember who you are. Also is the cycle, right? Always going around. Shed the old, be reborn. Trust that you are who you are, what you're meant to be within. One of my absolute most dear guides. I've been through a lot in the last 8.5 years since I've moved here. Energetically, spiritually, being, energy. Well, let's just say I've been traveling a lot of realms and encountering a lot of other realms of magic. And it's one of the reasons that I was trained through a lot of shamanic traditions and mystery schools and energy medicine and homeopathy, and really was driven to become very attuned to my intuitive skills. And then I got started going to these sacred places and amplifying them. So this in the center is called the Hunab Ku, which again, many of you know if you've been on a retreat. And you can see it looks like a yin and a yang. It is the Mayan symbol for the oneness, one God, you could call it, but it's really more the idea of oneness as the four directions. It has the sacred spiral, has many, of course, the beautiful balance of above, below, within, without, spirit, physical, masculine, feminine, yin, yang. The old world we're leaving, the new world we're entering. Everything is about this balance. So don't get mad at duality. Be the master of duality. That's what you're here to become. When you look at this, when you see this, when you have this in your environment, and I gave it to everybody in the manual who was on the retreats to meditate on. If you would like it, just let us know. Send Donna a message, or Donna, if you're listening, put in the slides if you're really listening right now in real time. Then these are on me because I will be looking at the eclipse through them, and I will be protected by them, and they will be helping to absorb any of the dark energies that might be coming, because when you are in a new moon, you're in the dark. That means that part of the dark is planting a new seed and yin, nurturing energy, and part of the dark is I can't see where I'm going, and it's where I've stored the dungeons, where I've stored myself and my voice, and my fear of being criticized, and my fear of trusting others, and my fear of asking for money, and whatever, fill in the blank. I'm just trying to get you going there. Okay. So we have Athena, and we have the Naxos Sphinx. This is not the Egyptian Sphinx. This is a divine goddess who I'm going to share more about soon, who was pretty much written about into history. She would ask people to tell them who they were. And so they labeled her a demon because she blocked the access to a sacred town that she was asked to be protector for. And this is what's happened to the sacred feminine. It was demonized by being a protectress, by wanting you to be aware and conscious of who you were, so that when you entered a certain sacred area, that the people who lived there wanted to maintain, this is like Atlantis and Lemuria, right? They wanted to maintain a certain level of consciousness. And so they did energy work. They activated their light body every day. They learned all these mysteries. They worked with all the different elements. We have our jaguar here, of course, walking through the dark with us, walking through death with us, walking through to the beyond with us, and bringing to us the vision, the ability to see. in the dark. All right, these are what are going with us. Now, already you're here, you're in the journey, relax, write down whatever's coming up, light your candles if you haven't, get your sacred objects around you or think about them. Get very comfortable, please. We have our dolphins, of course, and they're pink, and the mermaids are here. And we have malachite for rebirth, renewal, prosperity. This is very mossy, very earthy renewal, a chakra rebirth, a heart rebirth that we're in. We have our sisters here. This is sacred sisters. And this is where you can sit right here in the mother. And we're all here together. This is where we are going to be sitting. When we honor the sacred feminine, we begin to realize that we have more blocks and fears and conditioned behaviors about what it means to talk like this or believe that this is speaking to you or get guidance from your heart or talk to a tree. Ooh, talk to trees, man. They are woo-hoo good stuff, right? And we have Kuan Yin who's holding us in compassion. And we have the Corn Maiden who's also an angel bringing more wings. And she is from the Jaguar ceremony in the sacred cenote. She holds the portal and the gateway to the stars. So this is going to be our portal today for the eclipse. Everything that I do around me has intention. There's a purpose, there's a reason, there's an energy that is beneficial to us, whether we know or not. I want you to relate to yourself and your life like this. Agree you're going to live in sacred space. My voice is leaving and being taken away. In many cultures in Native America, US, Canada, and Mexico, corn is a divine thing, being. There's gods and goddesses to it. But most of all, this is you, the sweet, beautiful, juicy, golden seed, bringing in the sunlight. On what? On the crown. Feathers, portals, juicy seeds, wings. This is opening your clairaudience to more dimensions. This is opening your heart to this portal. Thank you. And thank you, Christian. That's a gift. We have our Janisa crystal here. This is showing you, let's see if I have another one down here. This is showing you and bringing the sacred geometry of the shape of your 8 original crystals in your sacral chakra at the base of your spine. It is connected to the bottom of your navel. This whole area is what is awakening, both physically and energetically, through time and space, for the abuse and for the shutdown, for the fear, for the shame, for the secrets, for the locking down of the creative powers of the divine sacred feminine within anyone can help you become the creator that you're meant to be, and you cannot be controlled and you cannot be part of anyone else's agenda anymore. If this is what you want, enter this space now. Now, I have Ganesha here. He's the remover of obstacles. We always want him, and he goes everywhere with me on retreat, so he's been to many, many, many sacred ceremonies. And this is a Sri Yantra, this sacred shape. Many of you know it. And we use it a lot in my classes. It is a portal. It is a sacred geometrical shape. It is a perfect balance of above and below, and sacred masculine and sacred feminine. It opens this portal of the eclipse in this way for you to walk through with your own sacred shapes and geometry. You don't need to know what you're doing. And this is that in 3D. It is a temple, and they build them like this. And you can see it in here going up, creating this temple. And you can see it like this: the four corners, the four guardians, the four directions. There's above, below, and within, but the four are the container for this portal you're going through. So look into here. This is deep magic, and I don't have time to teach you all of this. But if you're here, then you're ready for this, and you're in this initiation, the eclipse, doing it in a conscious way. As one dimension goes that way, another one goes this way. And you move out through the portal this way. You're going in to the portal now. You're going to be inside of the eclipse portal right here. Directions. This is a specific moment in time and space, an intersection of your soul's purpose. We have the flower of life here too. I've got all of my sacred geometrical shapes that contain the most powerful information for you. This one contains everything we're talking about right here. All right, and then you're going to become what? If you look at it this way, you're going to become a rocket. You're going to move out. You're going to project. You're going to grow. If you look at it this way, you're going to move up. You're going to grow your crown. You're going to go out this way. If you look at it this way, it looks like a breast with a nipple. You're going to grow a breast and nurture something new. Okay? Look and see. And then come back into yourself and feel what it is that we have. Do I need to show that? Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. And we're already moving very much into the portal. For me, the energies are draining. I don't know if it's draining. They're becoming very heavy over my crown, my head. There's a lot of pressure across my forehead. Now, having been through many, many, many initiations for almost 4 decades at this point, walking through the experience is more important than the knowledge. So I'm giving you things to think, to see, to trigger memories, to open up, but you're going to relax in this eclipse portal journey. And you're going to gather here realizing that you've entered this sacred space in reverence and choice. And this is a global community. And as a global community, we are luminous light bodies. And each of us have light bodies full of codes for power and potential, for joy and healing, for wealth, health, and love, and presence, and transformation, and most of all, we are creators. We are limitless creators. So today we gather because we have walked through these portals before together. And as we've walked together, we've gone on our own paths. And just like this spiral, this vortex that brings nonstop all the energies from everything and everywhere, every time and every space. Every answer is here for you. We are a global community of divine women and men, soul sisters and brothers. We've come together now with open hearts and minds. We are here to be peaceful, powerful, prosperous, and exude, share, and gift the seed of prosperity. We are here to walk through this portal together and leave behind that which no longer serves us as a collective, as a country, as a family, as a person, as a parent, as a career, as a child, as a teacher. All that I have been is welcome here in peace. I no longer hold my prejudice. I no longer guilt, shame, and blame. There is no room for judgment on this journey to being a limitless new creator. I accept this opportunity. I accept this opportunity. I accept this opportunity. And I sink deep into the moment. I accept the energies are here inside this sacred chamber, along with Akasha and all the others. I acknowledge the truth that I can and I am. I am here at the peak of this powerful, unique, spiritual quantum leap portal. I'm ready and willing. I'm open and receptive. I receive this opportunity for wholeness and multidimensional healing, and I give permission to myself and all levels of my being. Together, we walk out of our past and our pain. Together, we walk out of the patterns and the parents, the perceptions that no longer serve our highest good. We hear the calling. We call to the Lady of the Lake. We call to the sacred, the divine feminine gods, goddesses, guides, nature spirits, the animals, the spirit guides, the guardians of the directions, the guardians and the angels and the dragon realms, the realms of my past lives, my present, my future potentials. May we meet in this moment, spiraling our uniqueness, bringing the pain. Thank you, Chiron, bringing the wounds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all who said, here, you cannot change what was. However, you can teach it. You can be the guide. You can be the bridge. You can be the doorway. And today you are the doorway for you and all those who can see you. And you have no idea how big the impact that you are bringing is. This is not a sonic boom. This is so powerful. It's silent. There is no way for you to see it or to know it. Now, surrender to these energies. You are deep in the portal. It is, and it is, and it is. Accept the winged ones as they come. They are bringing freedom. They brush away the heaviness, the shadows, the ashes. The pheasant is allowing you the wisdom and the eye, the rhythm. Are you ready to become a conscious co-creator? Are you ready to leave the victim behind? If you are, step forward. This initiation is for you. Are you ready to follow your dreams? Are you ready to follow your dreams? Are you really, really ready to follow your dreams? Then step forward. This journey is for you. We gather together the ancients and the future, the wisdom of your past, the mentors and the guides. We have our divine guides, the sacred feminine. We have Gaia, Pachamama. We have the beautiful Nanlun. We have Demeter, Persephone, Artemis, and Isis. We have Ellen of Ways and Brigid. We have Ishel, Mary, Aphrodite. We have Venus. We have white buffalo calf woman. Namaste. Bringing the rainbow tribe back together, bringing the peace pipe, bringing the sacred white buffalo. Thank you for being here with us. This is a portal of peace. This is who we are. We are a tribe of peace. We are the rainbow tribe. We no longer live in the shadows, in the dark. We no longer allow our light to be eclipsed. It lives within us. Receive your gifts. Receive your peace pipe from White Buffalo Calf Woman. Now you are invited to enter the peaceful, prosperous, powerful, purpose-filled present moment with the prosperity grandmother dreamweavers. You must honor your word to yourself and not look back, or you do what? You turn to stone, you crumble, you can no longer move forward. You are stuck in this timeline until another portal opens. You do not want this. The dragon is here. The dragon is here. This is a collective global portal crossing. Hold hands with your sisters, with your brothers, with yourself, with your inner child. Hold hands with your fat self, your skinny self, your poor self, your loved self, your divine self, the oracle within, and the seer. Reconnect to your sacred powers and purpose. The frequencies are lower and they're higher. The flower realms are here. This is a desert rose. She blooms and lives and thrives in pure sunlight. Her medicine says, my beauty is seen and lasts a long, long time because I stand in my sun, in myself, in my light. I receive it. I let it nourish me. I never deny it. I never shade myself from it. You no longer need that. I will be with you. As we shed and enter this space, there will be something like an evolution elevator. There will be something. And first we are in the process of acknowledging the room that we're leaving, the reality that you have been. Whether you know it or not, you're going to be rebirthed. You're going to release. This is an opportunity to do it in a sacred way and a celebration, in a way where we support each other to do and be who each of us is ready to be. Shed, my sisters, shed, my brothers, shed. Be sure to enjoy this. It is an opportunity for empowerment. It's an opportunity to be supported, to be loved as you move through this portal, which you're going to do anyway. Return here and share this, and I'll see you on the other side in the next higher reality. It's time for freedom. This is one more energy we have. This alignment is happening right now. And in a week or two, we will go into a huge change of something new with Jupiter Just know for now, Jupiter, Mercury, the Sun, Venus, Mars, Saturn, Chiron, these are all the energies. This was the sunset last night, the last sun set before this eclipse. This is the last time these energies will ever exist. Look at them, understand them, thank them, and bid them farewell, because you are not going to be this self anymore. This is the final chapter. And this is a rebirth. Do it as a co-creator. We align our hearts. We call the dolphins, the jaguar, the fae, the winged ones, all of our divine sisters and brothers here. Horus, Isis, and Osiris, guide us on our resurrection, to know that we are the all-seeing eye, that we are the one that we are resurrecting, and we are worthy of the help, the support, the respect, and the wealth. Now it's time for you to release into the sacred fire that which no longer serves you. The Oracle of Delphi, Daphnis, is a daughter of Gaia. And she brings you this sacred mist, the Lady of the Lake in Avalon that kept the sacred feminine protected. Living in the mist, you had to be trained. You had to go with the right person. The divination, the answers were not revealed. Gaia's messenger was within you. The sacred white smoke will open you to the soul prophecies of your own truth. Thank you, Daphnis, for being here to walk us through this. Thank you, Oracle of Delphi. Thank you to you and me and all of us who were there, all of us who are reconnecting our navel directly to Gaia. Disappear into these mists. Let these sacred feminine guides bring you in. Delphine, we thank you. We call to you, the life force that is awakening within us, our forgotten powers, our sacred feminine awakening, our navel reconnection, and the divine kundalini within each of us, within Delphi, and the portal for our direct access to our kundalini, to travel through time and space. Time is your doorway now. You are a divine time traveler. The portal is opening. Your Merkaba is activating. You can look at any of these images now or later. Keep your eyes closed or open as you best feel called. We are going deeper and deeper every step. These sacred feminine guides are wisely guiding us, reminding you of who you are, triggering things within you that you can leave behind. Watch and receive. Feel. This is the space of the divine feminine. In this sacred temple, you are welcomed, you are seen, and you are allowed to be the pure, magical, divine being that you are designed to be. We are traveling to a new place. Thank you, Sister Jaguar Itzapapotle, the obsidian butterfly goddess of rebirth. Thank you for your obsidian wings. May they cut away all that we are ready to leave behind. Thank you for guiding us beyond this death and allowing us to know that all deaths, physical, mental, emotional, in any form, even financial, is a rebirth getting ready to happen, is accepting the night. I thank you for your shadow vision. I thank you for guiding me on this metamorphosis and this rebirth. Aho. Now, the grandmothers. Ha 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 ha. I love it. We broke through, ladies. We broke glass with our fiery spirit. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yes. Just as I acknowledge the prosperity grandmother dreamweavers, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Let us be one. Let us walk together in your timeless magic. Show us how to weave again our own dreams with the eternal prosperity encoded within ourselves, within our own Denisa crystal. Allow us to manifest in this flow. We surrender and cleanse, clear, and move forward. It is time. It is time. It is time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is time. It is time. It is time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now I have shared the energies, the beauty, and the codes of each of these divine guides we are going to go through, holding our hands in unity, reunion, and support. Huh. Yes. Fuck yes. We enter this portal, acknowledging all that we have been with gratitude. And we release it with love. The winged ones are here. They flutter around you. Isis holds her wings open. She's smiling. She says, you know what this is. You know what this is. If you wish to go on this journey with me, if you wish to take the step, then you must know that a rebirth, a resurrection of your truth, of your heart, is not a path that ends. And we're here to take you above while the other guides take you below. That you walk through this portal in perfect harmony and balance. And feel the feathers on your face and your forehead, soft, gentle, and slow, across your mouth and your chin, lovingly caressing, healing, freeing, releasing the throat, down the arms. Open your hands and let go, and let go, and let go. There's nothing to hold on to anymore. And let go, and let go, and let go, and let go. We are here as one with you. This is an important pathway on your journey. Allow yourself to be aware on many levels, above and below. Walk now. The eclipse is your moon, your emotion. This is so big, your desire, that it is beginning to eclipse the self you thought you were. Will you release the emotional power of your truth? Will you rise above it and walk through it? Will you fear nothing and be in this present moment? You were made for this. Aho, 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 aho. So it is, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Now you have fully entered the portal. You can see without your glasses. You can see without your fear. You can see without your limits. You can see without your thoughts. You're in between the worlds, and the Lady of Avalon is here, the sacred women of the secrets, the divine feminine essence of the chalice well, and the truth of your royal blood. Will you enter this new space willing to accept your soul agreement that your mission is to be the ruler of your life, not the slave or servant for anyone else? Do you agree? Now you move forward and surrounded with light, very soft, pearlescent light. Your aura is cleansed. There are beautiful veils flowing in front of you. There is a walkway of light. When you're ready, walk down this walkway. Walk free and tall, stride. Feel layers flowing off of you, becoming brighter and lighter as you pass through each soft, beautiful veil. Now in front of you, you see the sacred spiral. And around that, you see the flower of life. And within that, you see the Sri Yantra and the star tetrahedron and the tube torus and the square and all of these beautiful sacred shapes. They light up. They flow with different energies and currents. They are the veil that you must walk through into this new world of yours. The four directions have guardians. Stand here now. Acknowledge your guardians. Guardians of the South, we honor you, we call you. Whatever path, whatever element you hold for me, thank you for walking this with me. I accept my soul's mission, and so it is. Guardians of the West, whatever element, color, and truth you hold for me, I welcome you and thank you for walking with me. As the sun sets on the past me, I accept your guidance and love. Guardians of the North, divine ones of earth or whatever element, color, and energy you hold for me from the many traditions that I have lived. All traditions hold beauty, all wisdom through the heart is valuable. I respect and honor this and thank you for your guidance and guardianship. Guardians of the East, may the dawn, the light, the sun be reborn today in my life, on my path. From the heart, and whatever element, whatever tradition, whatever color, whatever power, I welcome you, honor you, and thank you. Namaste. And so it is. We call above through our sacred Jaguar guide. We walk through here clear, our vision becoming stronger, more connected to the higher realms of our truth, more aligned with our own flow. We call earth and below. We call the underworld and the yin. We call the sacred space within which we create to come with us now in balance. We call within. This is all that is left. portal is open. The infinity healing chamber is vibrating. The gold and silver rays are healing and revealing. The all-seeing eye is wrapped around us as all of these elements, and we are inside the sacred bubble of the flower of life, of our infinite path and our path together, heart to heart, hand to hand, life to life. We walk now. May the truth be revealed. May the past be put to bed. With love, grace, and gratitude, I rise now into the new truth and the freedom and the potential and the power of who I am here. I accept my mission and initiation. We're going to have 1 minute of silence now. And now I leave you, my sisters. We are only about 18 minutes from the peak. So as we are here together, this is the space that will be open yet unbroken. In your own way, you are connected to this, and you will walk with this if you will share with me. And then tomorrow we'll be together again for our rebirth in the womb. Namaste, and thank you for walking this with me. We are in this together. We are in this as ourselves. We're in this together. We're in this as ourselves. And as you move into the day, the peak is happening. Remember, this is who you are. This is where you are. Honor yourself. Give yourself time. Feel whatever you need to feel. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste. I hope you'll join me on one of my sacred trips. It's very powerful to be together. Hi, Jenny.